Hey, Daniel Frankson, Real Estate Resource here in Atlanta. This is a 9-part series on the steps to keep in mind when listing your home for sale in the market, right? So we've been through 5 steps so far. This should be number 6 unless my math is completely off, but I believe this is step number 6 in the process. If you've missed any of the previous videos, you can check them out in the description below. But in terms of step number 6, it's understanding how to review offers, right? So now that you're on the market, you've had buyers come, you've had buyers view, and now you have an offer in front of you. It's time for us to understand how we look at that offer. What are the key factors in that offer to help us determine whether this is a good deal or not, right? So naturally, everyone is going to look at price first and foremost, which is very important. You want to be sure that you're getting top dollar for your home, right? So you're always going to look at the offer amount. Let's just say, for example, you've listed your home for $400,000 and the buyer has offered you $300,000. For a lot of folks, that might be the end of the discussion right there. They don't need to look at anything else in the offer because things are already so far off. It doesn't matter if the rest of the offer is immaculate. The price is too far. There's no room to even work and negotiate from there, right? So that's one of the key factors naturally. So I would say offer price is big. If the buyer is asking for any contribution towards their closing costs, because that involves money again. I'd say some other critical components of an offer are how many days a buyer may be asking on their due diligence period. And if you're not aware, due diligence period is typically the buyer's time frame to have an inspector come in and take a look. But one of the important things for you to know as a seller about this due diligence period is that it's a protected period for the buyer. So let's just say, for example, you've agreed to a 5-day due diligence period. The buyer can terminate without penalty. When I say without penalty, that means they can get their earnest money deposit back for any reason under the sun during that due diligence period. Now, due diligence periods are customary in real estate, and I don't want you to, be afraid of the fact that they can terminate. So it's customary to provide them with some level of time, but it's important to note that we may not necessarily want to give a buyer 15 days in a due diligence period, right? So understanding those factors, are there any concessions that they're asking for, any special stipulations that they may have? There are a million of these, so I won't necessarily bore you in this video with all of that information. That's really a case-by-case scenario where we can sit down and we can discuss and analyze what they're asking for. Ultimately, when it comes to offers, you want to know that you're netting, the figure that you want to net. You're going to be able to close in a decent amount of time, whether that's 30 days or less. Maybe a buyer is trying to close in 60 days and that's just too far out for you. We always want to analyze if they're using a loan to purchase, or if they're using cash. If they're using a loan, what type of loan and what does that mean? So there are a number of factors. So just to keep it short and sweet, this particular step is analyzing and assessing the offers that come in order to determine what's the best offer for you. Because remember, the goal is not just to list your home. The goal is to list your home and get it sold. It's not just to get it sold, but it's to get it sold and get you the best deal possible, right? So again, this is step number 6 in the process, and that's reviewing, analyzing, and assessing any offer that comes across the table and negotiating from there. So as always, feel free to like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I know I keep saying that, don't know why my wife told me to, but anyway, step number 6 at a 9-part series on how to sell your home, or the steps in selling your home. Daniel Frankson, your Atlanta Real Estate Resource, available 7 days a week. Always happy to chat real estate, so I hope to chat with you soon, all right? Take care.